We wait for the green flag at the back. The doctor's on pit wall, ready to watch his men charge. The Australian Grand Prix for Moto3 is coming up. All eyes on the lights in the top left corner. And away we go. Good start actually from pole for Marcos Ramirez. Also a good start from Andrea Mino as well from the third row. But surely Ramirez is going to hold on to the whole shot as they make their way into turn one.
Dalla Porta looks like he's about to hold station, keep himself inside that top six as they sweep into the Doohan corner for the first time. Ramirez got the dream start, he got the whole shot into turn one. He's under pressure though from Romano Fenati, who traditionally runs that wide sweeping line through the southern loop. What a start by Fenati, 8th to 2nd already.
Yeah, that was outstanding, and almost a moment there.
Binder, that's Binder and almost high side. I think, was it Riccardo Rossi that he just nudged into? It was.
Well, what a nightmare start for the Gresini rider. Darren Binder already getting himself in a few scuffles. Into turn 4, this can be hectic in Moto3. Canet moves up into 2nd place. He's now focused on Marcos Ramirez out front. Marcos Ramirez could not have dreamed of a better start as Romano Fenati. Look at the speed he carries. This sort of traditional long, wide entry to corners that works so well for Romano Fenati, and he leads now as they head around Stoner Corner.
Those sweeping and swooping lines by Fenati are absolutely brilliant, aren't they? Canet just getting a little bit swallowed up as they fan out, 5 abreast coming into turn number 4. This is going to get tight, heavy traffic into the first corner. Canet picks his way safely through. Dalla Porta was out of the seat there on the entry to it by the looks of it, and he's been picked off, has he, by fellow Italian Andrea Mino? He has, as they run down to Siberia. So Dalla Porta surrendering positions at this early stage of the race.
Good lap then from Romano Fenati. What a start to this Australian Grand Prix for the experienced Italian. Aaron Canet there in 2nd place. He's got Marcos Ramirez, though, pulling out of the slipstream. And look what the slipstream effect does in this Moto3 race as they come across the line and head into turn 1, 3 abreast.
Sergio Garcia, the quickest man on the circuit, almost 5 or 6 abreast.
Oh, Canet's gone down! Unbelievable, and is that the end of the World Championship?
That could be it. Aaron Canet, what a nightmare. His nightmare run goes on. Disaster. That is now a 4th DNF in the last 5. Have we just seen the Moto3 World Championship decided in 2019? Heartache for Canet. Fast crash in the Doohan corner. Lorenzo Dalla Porta, he would have seen that. Dalla Porta now with 1 hand and 4 fingers on that 2019 World Crown.
What drama, what a dismal, dismal month it has been for Aaron Canet. His title dreams have gone up in smoke in turn 1 and he trudges away. Dalla Porta will have seen all of that happen in turn 1 as well. He won't even need to do the maths. If he finishes in the leading group, he will be world champion.
And now he leads over the line to start lap number 4. This is brilliant by Lorenzo Dalla Porta. Used the slipstream just to sweep on by Arenas. Arenas without the slipstream, no clear air for him. He just got absolutely blitzed by Ramirez and Fenati as well. In fact, Arenas now struggling to hang into the top 5.
He's a bit wide into turn 4 there, though, and just through goes Kaito Toba.
Yeah, that was perhaps, was there just a bit of a buffeting from the wind, missed his braking marker coming into turn number 4. The door was wide open for Toba. He did not need a second invitation. He moved straight on through, so Toba hits the front men on the Honda Team Asia machine.
Dalla Porta had a 68-point advantage over Arbolino coming into this Grand Prix. The stats and the points are pretty simple. If Dalla Porta stays in this front group, it's all over.
Toba's found himself in these kind of positions on numerous occasions since Qatar, and on so often he has made a bit of a meal of it. Binder has come from the back row now, fighting for the top 6.
He's box office, isn't he? Darren Binder. Brilliant to see him up there, but he's got to try and keep himself a bit cleaner, because when he gets into the front group, sometimes bad things happen. He was on the front row here, wasn't he, a couple of years ago?
He does love Phillip Island, of course. He was, I think, 4th, wasn't he, in 2016? It's his first ever top 6. It's getting really, really tight. Hectic through the southern loop, and it is still Lorenzo Dalla Porta that's just squeezed out wide by John McPhee. So now it's the Flying Scotsman that hits the front.
John McPhee leads then on the run into turn 3, and again the drive from Dalla Porta, who's able to pick off McPhee through Stoner Corner. Dalla Porta doing the leading. The World Championship leader with 9 podiums to his name, looking for his 3rd win of the year.
This is the way to do it. He'd love to win the World Championship from the top step of the podium. Marc Marquez, he risked everything, didn't he, to beat Fabio Quartararo, to do just that in MotoGP back in Buriram a few weeks ago. It's getting tight there, though. Dalla Porta was in that really hot into the first corner, ran wide, and with the slipstream as well, Rodrigo, Binder and Toba just sweep on through. So now Gabriel Rodrigo leads the Australian Grand Prix.
Bit of a twitch there, though, from Rodrigo, and then now side by side, Darren Binder coming in here on the slipstream is Kaito Toba, the opening night race winner. Darren Binder never been victorious on the very top step before.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it, to think in the 14 races since Qatar, Kaito Toba had scored just 35 points since. He's been in these positions before, though, as we said, and it's all gone horribly wrong. But at the moment, he's running a real strong Phillip Island Grand Prix. Nicely tucked in there in third place behind Dalla Porta and Rodrigo. Lorenzo Dalla Porta's father looks on. Massimiliano Dalla Porta. Yeah, there's not going to be too many fingernails left. There's going to be a fair few swigs of water before the end of this Grand Prix, and he's going to be hoping there's going to be a fair few swigs of something a little bit stronger to celebrate with here in Australia later on tonight. Polman Ramirez, so we haven't mentioned him at the front too much. He was that being pushed out
That's
wide.
Arbolino.
It was Rodrigo and Arbolino, wasn't it?
That's pushed Arbolino way down, in fact outside the top 15.
Ramirez over the line in 17th place, but he was 1.1 seconds behind his Leopard Honda teammate Lorenzo Dalla Porta. Oh, that's Salach. Philip Salach has gone down. I don't know whether there was contact at turn 4, but he was running in 7th place. Philip Salach on course for a career best Grand Prix finish, but he's down at turn 4. His point scoring chances, well, they've gone. Fenati was getting a little bit out of shape, wasn't it, on the brakes. Dalla Porta probably saw him coming and just thought, you know what, you could have this spot, mate. I'm not going to fight you for it into turn 4. Fenati went in hot, ran wide. That was pretty tight.
So this is Alonso Lopez going around the penalty loop. He's gone into the green, so he's going to get another penalty.
Yeah, you can't do that. Cutting the inside of the long lap penalty. That was just his anxiety and desperation not to lose touch with this lead group. So Lopez has got to come to the long lap penalty one more time.
Heading into turn 10, Dalla Porta leads from Fenati and Suzuki. Binder picks off Kaito Toba there.
Oh, he picked Toba's pocket big style there, did Binder. Not a lot of room there, but he made it stick on that CIP Green Power KTM. So through the final corner, turn 12, sweeps Lorenzo Dalla Porta, and the World Championship gets closer and closer. P2, okay, he'll know that. Romano Fenati wants to be back on the top step of the podium for the first time since Austria.
Dalla Porta a lap away from being world champion.
Well, he's effectively got to keep it on 2 wheels, and he's going to be the world champion because Tony Arbolino is dropped towards the back of this league group. Lorenzo Dalla Porta wants to be crowned Moto3 world champion for 2019 in the best possible way, in superb style, from the top step of the podium. He leads through the southern loop for the last time.
Yeah, he's well placed here as well. Tatsuki Suzuki's just got up into 2nd place, Binder 3rd. Then it's John McPhee. Albert Arenas is also up there. Sasaki threatening.
Through Stoner corner for the last time. Just 9 corners remaining then now for Lorenzo Dalla Porta to negotiate, and he's your 2019 world champion. He's under pressure though from McPhee and Suzuki. Suzuki does find a way through, although Suzuki on the power too early, loses the rear, almost out the seat. Somehow he stayed on board, and Dalla Porta still 2nd.
How on earth that Suzuki not just stayed on board, but stayed out front after that massive moment? The Japanese rider can't believe it. He leads then. Half a lap to go for Dalla Porta, and it's all signed and sealed. McPhee looks really strong here, though, as he looks to try and challenge.
Beautifully done by Dalla Porta up the inside of Suzuki as they sweep into Lukey Heights for the final time. He's got the inside line. Under real pressure, though, from McPhee and Suzuki. Arenas in contention as well. Is he going to be late drama? He won the race on the start-finish line last year, did Arenas. He's perfectly placed. Oh, Massia's gone down. Big crash for Massia. Lorenzo Dalla Porta surely is going to be the 2019 Moto3 World Champion. champion. Will he take it from the top step of the podium? Late drama coming in, Phillip Island again.
Here we go, around the final turn. Is Arenas going to do it again here in Australia? The checkered flag is out waiting. They're all in the slipstream. Dalla Porta wins the World Championship from the top step. What a job. And his teammate follows him home for a Leopard Honda 1-2.
That is how you win a World Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Lorenzo Dalla Porta take about. What a performance, not just here in Australia, what a performance throughout this 2019 World Championship campaign. He is crowned World Champion in the best possible fashion. Joy, delirium scenes down in the Leopard Honda team for the third time in 4 years. They are the Moto3 World Champions. They won the team championship last time out in Motegi. What a week it's been for them. What a week it's been for Lorenzo Dalla Porta. Back-to-back victories in Japan and Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you your 2019 Moto3 World Champion, Lorenzo Dalla Porta. The race winner, about to receive the race-winning prize, Brett Tassari, Mayor of the Basque Coast Shire Council, local authorities here. Lorenzo Dalla Porta, the 22-year-old Italian, 14th Grand Prix podium, his 4th victory and the most important of his life because it's crowned him 2019 Moto3 World Champion.